Or you other losers if you end up coming back and watching this.
Yeah, goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
To catch up on
Yeesh.
what you
Stay with,
missed.
doing stuff with families over the holidays. Losers.
Yeah.
Play
What I
D&D instead.
Or you other
Yep.
losers if you end up coming back.
Yeah, D&D is thicker than water. Something like that.
Sounds about right.
The last time that the Elfbane brothers asked for the aid of the rest of their group to deal with a particularly sticky issue down in the basement of D6, their business, that seemed to be infested with some slimes, which they went and dealt with. And then after having vanquished the slimes down there, sort of went back upstairs and found that some of their customers were disgruntled and dissatisfied and wanted answers as to why their deliveries had not been made. There was some intrigue, and due to some very well-rolled insight checks, that the group sort of unraveled a bit of the mystery, and the clients, the Wither Skulls, found out that there was some treachery within their own ranks, which ended up with sort of the higher-ranking Wither Skull leader using arcane magic to crush the life out of the treacherous Wither Skull. And then the Wither Skulls apologized that they had doubted D6 and doubled the payment that was originally given for the job. So that I believe that is where we left the group. Now, you do know that the following day you are meant to meet Sildar, and you had promised to meet him and head out to the Obari Monastery with him. So you have, I think it's around noonish, you've got the rest of the day, and what would you like to do, my dear friends?
So this is the same day as all the D6 stuff, correct? Okay.
Yep.
We haven't visited any of the markets or anything, right?
Yeah, you'd been by the market, but you didn't really have time to browse much. So,
let's go shopping.
all right,
Yeah.
let's go to the shoppings.
Yes.
So, Vinny, Keldar, and Alvin are gonna very quickly get back to running D6, trying to catch up on all of the orders that are behind, and do that. So they've got plenty of work to keep them busy. They wish you well on your shopping. You guys head on out to the city.
How much of the was it 2,000 gold? How much?
We have.
Well, no.
12.
How much that
sorry.
that we got paid? How much of that do we not need to pay our workers and put in upkeep and put in our savings account since we're frugal?
That is a discussion that you and your brother would need to have. That
do we know how much we pay our workers?
Pay your workers?
Wait, I thought they were slaves.
That they had, I don't know exactly how much you're paying them, but at least that the business had been running while you had been gone, and that as far as bookkeeping goes, the original payment of the Wither Skulls had been factored into running things, and so this extra 1,000 is just sort of a bonus that is not necessary to the continuation of the finances of D6, but could help out or be done whatever you so desire for it. So it's your decision.
Okay. This is to my brother and not to everybody else in the party. I asked him if we should pay each of the our friends a small sum for the help of taking care of business.
I think that's only fair. Probably more so. Probably a bit more to Elrond since he is a bit more likely to show up to help us out with that.
And he also was the one that pulled me out of the basement and made me aware of all of the fishiness or whatever that was going on.
That.
So what are you thinking? Give everybody, I don't know, 10 gold, and then Elrond, we can give. I don't know how much you want to
11.
give. I don't know.
Wait,
is-
how
is
much
10 too
how much
stingy?
total was it?
So 1,000 is. We have 1,000 extra that we weren't
1,000
expecting.
surplus.
So
Okay.
if we're gonna be frugal. Well, I don't know. Do we? How would we work this with? I guess we don't really need to go and create a bank account and know all that stuff. So we'll just say we have $1,000 gold.
I
I'll
think
put
we
it in
should
the-
open a line of credit with this Capital One.
Oh.
Well, this is a long time ago. They're only capital .1 at the moment.
Oh, okay. Capital One. It's Capital One, but it's the Alpha One. It's still they still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Give everybody 10. Give Elrond 20.
sure.
All right.
All right.
Well, I don't know. I guess actually, technically, everybody's money is in the party fund.
Yeah.
A big chunk of it. Then other people do have their own.
Some people have
funds.
personal- yeah.
Here. Let's do this. We'll put 500 in the party fund, and then we'll each take 250.
All right, that works for me.
Okay.
All right, so 500 in party fund.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
trust that. How much do you have gold now? You almost got robbed earlier.
The party fund.
Yeah.
1700.
I feel like
19.
Jacob's gonna make
After
that
that
disappear
first
one of these.
I've been keeping. I'm more aware.
Ryan
Keep-
seems to have learned the dangers of the city.
All right.
I got one of those sweet wallet chains. So
Nice.
Nice.
first thing I picked up, very kind of for fashion too, but mostly for the practicality.
It's still the 90s in
In Waterdeep.
in Waterdeep.
They're a little bit, as far as the fashions go, a little bit behind sort of the main continent, because this is sort of the frontier, and that trend is just sort of coming in.
Yeah.
All right.
Like they'd
Oh.
look at it, they'd look at you with like you had two heads if you started talking to them about dubstep and stuff like that. They'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?"
Those gnomish bards and their dubstep,
Double step.
because they have to take twice as many steps to keep up with everybody else.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
Wow.
That's the perfect name for a gnome bard,
Oh,
which is the kind of character that I would be looking to create if I ever needed to make a new one.
mhm.
Okay,
All right. Let's go shopping
let's do it.
to the mall.
Okay, so Thana and Bonner, you know that there's the dock ward. They've got some trade coming in and out, but that's more or less like shipments and stuff. So it's not so much like personal shopping. There is the trades board that would have some decent shops, but for sort of the more, exotic and obscure sort of things, that would be in sort of browsing the vendors in the market there, or also potentially you're seeking out magic items. There is Agnumarian's Tower, whatever, there, that is sort of a hub of where magic users tend to gather.
I would like to see this, since this plate armor I've got is damaged.
Mhm.
I want to see if there's anywhere I can just unload it to see if I can get anything for it, since I don't really need it anyway.
Okay.
So I'll look
Wait.
for.
Can you hang on to it for a little bit?
Oh, I mean,
Just-
sure.
For
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Thanks, appreciate it.
I am, however, going to remove the armor and
Mhm.
pack it up, since I can snap my fingers and have my
Yes.
other armor.
Yep. And so it feels kind of nice that if you're a dwarf, you can easily handle the weight of it, but just sort of having it off your shoulders, you sort of like
It'll
it's
be
like
nice
getting
when
a
I
change
take
of your
that level of
PJs.
barbarian.
This is
Yeah, potentially.
Mhm.
And so the whole group heads on up through the city that Thonar and Bonar, that you're familiar with town. You sort of lead them through, make sure that they don't fall over themselves, get themselves into trouble. And you guys find yourselves in the market. It's about noon that sort of everybody's it's a bit past noon. Everybody's finished their lunches and doing their afternoon shopping. So it's bustling, all sorts of people, and the vendors are out, and there's all sorts of things to be had. Are you looking for anything in particular?
1 second. Have we essentially had a short rest back at the?
I would say yes. You probably stopped and had lunch at D6 after the events of everything. So absolutely a short rest.
Okay. I'm good. I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
how
some
much
hit
health do
dice
I have?
then.
Yeah, I might give Salazar a couple hit dice rolls. Know what Slain is
Did I
at.
take? Oh yeah, I guess I did take damage.
Oh yeah, the Elfbane brothers took the most damage of everything.
Did I not? It doesn't look like I took any.
No,
I
yeah,
thought I. Okay. I thought I
don't
took
think you
some,
did.
but I guess not.
and I don't think that Salazar's used up 3 hit dice already. Because it was a full day that didn't. Okay, yeah, that didn't.
Probably just didn't reset.
Oh yeah, I don't think he didn't come back for the morning. Once we had rested, I don't think. So no, we probably didn't change it.
Okay,
All right.
Salazar, you'll be happy with 35.
He'll be so happy.
Gotta get ready for them market brawls.
Yeah.
If you guys start trouble, yeah.
Okay.
And also, Bonar Thunder, as you guys were leaving, that Keldar and Vinny were, very much getting back to work, being very busy, but they were chatting back and forth about how they were going to sort of, now that the contract with Wither Skulls had gone through, that when they get their payment, they were going to more or less enter Keldar into a fight, and Vinny was going to handle the betting. So that's at least something that they were planning for. Anyway, you guys.
Side note: we may want to see if we can figure out where that's happening, because I think we may want to bet on that as well.
It may not be for a day or two as they have to get caught up with work.
Okay.
But that
Yeah.
that is something that Keldar and Vinny do. That Keldar's the bare knuckle boxer, and Vinny.
Do we know
is a
if
bit
he's
wily.
actually any good, or do they just waste their money all the time?
He's had some middling success. Nothing like he hasn't gotten famous for it, but he's won a few, lost a few. He's improving. He has a knack for it, but he used to just sort of get in tavern brawls, but now he's sort of like trying to refine his form.
Okay.
He sort of, from the tavern brawls, every dwarf has a little bit of fight in them in a tavern brawl. They showed some aptitude and sort of got the idea and said, yeah, maybe I could hone this a bit.
Cool.
So.
Now, Daniel, did you have something in mind that you wanted to do before I tried to sell this stuff, or?
Well, no, you can go ahead.
Okay. Then yeah, I want to find a place, see if I can unload this old plate armor that's seen better days.
Okay, so you're able to go and you find a blacksmith, sort of a burly human who's sort of got this it is very coarse but thin, or very coarse but short black beard and sort of balding on top. He's like, Master Dwarf, how can I help you today?
Well, I've got this armor here that I no longer need its services. It has definitely seen better days, but I was hoping to maybe get some coin for it.
All right, let me take a look at this. Oh yeah, takes it in, looks like it. I had done working for the Lion Shield Coster there. That they do some decent work, but yeah, this has seen a bit of wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like some of the metal's been a little corroded here. That'll take some work to buff it up, but you know, patch that up. It should be a good set. Usually I'd be able to offer you about 600 gold for it, but with the corrosion and the time and effort also put into that, I could probably give you 450.
That sounds really good. Thank you very much.
Okay, so then you make the exchange, and
Yes.
he's happy to.
Wow, rolling.
And you would know that a suit of armor usually costs about 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if he's looking to make a profit, he'd pay.
So we got it.
He doesn't know that that we only paid how much
You only
for
paid
it.
500 for it.
Yeah.
500, yeah.
So
So essentially, that costs you 50 gold.
So that was for.
I have some random stuff from Cragmaw Castle. Would he want it, or would I have to go somewhere else? I have a jeweled knife, a censer, and a chalice. That says it's from Cragmaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jeweled knife he might be interested in. He's more sort of horseshoes and arms and armor, sort of
That's what I
blacksmith, not so
figured.
much
I can just try to
finery.
find. If these things seem super fancy, I can try to find somewhere else.
Yeah.
I
But yeah, that there's all sorts of like trinket vendors in the market, you know, sort of this and that, and sort of you might be able to find somebody who probably would be interested in all three of those trinkets. So,
Sure. Yeah, dude, I'm not really looking to get like the best. I just have no use for them. I want to get rid of them.
so it was a censer, a knife,
A chalice. Yeah, kind of random, but they've just been in my inventory for forever.
All right, so you find what looks like one of the gypsy ladies. Yeah, not from the same troop, but somebody who probably is of that same sort of lineage and lifestyle. And she's, you know, in the marketplace, and she's got all sorts of exotic, you know, trinkets of this and that. And she looks at those. For the knife, they'll offer you 75. The censer, 50, and then the chalice, she'll offer you 150.
Oh dang,
So
that's more than I expected. All gold.
Yep. So that's 275 gold.
275. Done. So.
Nate, I'm giving Thoner 100 gold. Remember paying him the 100 gold that he put towards the armor when I bought it.
Oh, thank you.
Bonner, take inspiration for that.
I'm also I don't know if Salazar and Cathod, if you can edit their gold as well. I owe them 100 each as well.
Okay, excellent. And as
Been waiting to be able to pay that off.
Yeah.
Make sure you note down on your character sheet. You have inspiration for that.
Now that you can re-roll a d20.
You can give yourself advantage on something.
Oh, yeah. Okay, advantage on something. Cool.
Yes, essentially, you get to roll another d20.
Cool.
I don't remember. I have one of those, but I don't remember where I put it.
It'd be on the core stats. It's just a yes or no for inspiration.
Oh yeah, yeah, there it is.
I gave each of them. Yeah, that almost, not quite doubles their gold, but takes them from like 150 to 250. So they're very grateful.
Would this lady be interested in a gemstone eye patch?
As a matter of fact, she would be. Yeah, that she'll, for the gemstone eye patch, she'll give you 75.
75?
I don't know, that's a pretty sweet eye patch.
I know. I'm gonna keep.
Think about your image.
But as you're sort of talking with the gypsy lady, that sort of here behind you, gentlemen, I think I might have a few things that you might be interested. And you turn around and you see what you're pretty sure is a human, but from sort of the almost yellowish color of his skin and the hooked nose. You would not be surprised if he was half goblin. But he's got this patched trench coat and a ragged top hat. And he pulls open the trench coat, and you see lined on the inside of his coat is all sorts of stuff. And what immediately falls out is two sort of sticks that come down, hit the ground, and he grabs and he lifts up, they extend, and sort of pulls his coat off of him and sort of make this this canopy overhead. And then the vest he's wearing has all sorts of like wooden like compartments and stuff. He peels off and puts it down. It seems to like expand in front of you immediately into an impromptu little marketplace stall that seems to have expanded off of his coat and these wooden.
I've got a pretty good visual going on here.
Yeah, and just he's like, I've got a deal or two for you guys, and you see a little sign that sort of falls down and hangs, and it says McSqueedle's Magnificent Trinkets. He's like, come here. I got the best stuff. You won't find this anywhere else. Nobody else has these things. And so...
Do have a pretty sweet trinket of a jeweled eye patch right here, though, so...
Well, I'm willing to make a deal with you. Just a moment here. And so you see... at his little station, a variety of knickknacks and things that he sort of got prices here for, as well as he seems to have also, has popped out of the side, like a grab bag bin of these different potions of all sorts of different glass bottles are there of this and that. I forgot to add one particular one, but yeah, that's fine. And this is just this motley thing of the different pieces of a stand are made of different types of wood. There's patches in the sort of little canopy that's above him. The sort of basket of different potions. No two bottles are the same shape or size, and it's just a grab bag of all sorts of stuff. And he's like, all right, what can I get for you today? Do you want this lovely feather duster here? That so convenient. You got... Yes, sir.
I'm eyeing up the pencil because I do have a little notebook, and I'm tired of carrying around the pen and the ink. The inkwell, it's leaking everywhere.
While he's doing that, I go over and I check out the dark glasses and I like try them on.
Okay. Bonner, you put them on, or you sort of hold them up, and they look what in modern terms would sort of be like little glass sunglasses, but when you hold them up to the light, things don't get darker. In fact, like you already can sort of see in dim light a bit better, but it seems like the shadows of like the different stalls and stuff around you don't seem as dark. The Elryan, like the pencil, you say, okay, here, Mr. Elf, hold on to this. What color ink did you use in your book?
Plain old black.
Immediately, the color of the lead of the pencil turns black.
Oh, could be useful. Yeah, I'll take pencil for sure. Does it work for anything? I want it to turn red. I don't know how it activates. Oh. Yeah, this would be awesome for my my illustrations and stuff. So I'll take the pencil.
Okay, so 50 gold for that, good sir.
50, yeah. I'll give him. Can I trade him in my? Does he have any interest in my pen and ink and stuff for anything?
Sir, that I appreciate the offer, but I am a purveyor of magnificent trinkets, not mundane ones. Okay. So I'm sure one of these other vendors might be interested, but I have only the best of the best from the Magisterium Arcanum across the sea.
Understandable.
What are these glasses exactly? What do they do?
Those are moon glasses.
Moon glasses.
I'm not entirely sure, but they help you in the moon. or in the dark, or something like that.
Okay, okay. They're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. How much are these?
Those they come at a pretty price of 300 gold pieces.
Ooh, that seems like a lot for them. I mean, they're cool and all, but if you don't know even what they really do, that seems like a lot.
Oh, and that's the beauty of it, that these are all sorts of available leftovers from, as I said, the Magisterium Arcanum, or some people call it the Mage Academy, across the sea. That whatever extras the students don't need or have been practicing on, I'm able to bring to you for a wonderful discounted price.
Ah, okay, okay, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. What are these? What are these rocks here? And I point over to the rocks with the ears. I don't know.
If you will, so sir. He picks up one of them and holds it to his mouth, and he says, and sort of points to his ear. He's like,
Ah,
There's a pair.
so it's like a rocky talkie.
I grab the rock and I yell into it.
Bonner, you hear your brother's voice amplified yelling in your ear. It rings a little.
It works.
And McSqueakle turns. He's like, this one gets it. He understands.
I like these. I would like to purchase these and I'll take the glasses as well.
Okay, then that would be 500 gold, Master Dwarf.
All right, I take out my sack and I count out 500 gold pieces, and I give them to him.
And just a second. Let me keep track of who's getting what, because I technically don't have the write-ups to give you in this, but I'll be able to.
I'm gonna write it down in the inventory as well.
Because I have official names for these, but this is just sort of looking at what's available.
What you see.
Cool.
Yeah, so you'll find out what some of these do later.
I'm looking at the pouch.
The pouch, okay.
I give one of the rocks to Thonar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rocky Talkie.
Yes, that's actually the name that I had in my head for those.
I mean, it has to be.
And then you got the glasses. And then Elrond, you said you wanted to check out the leather pouch.
Yep.
Okay, so you pick it up and there seems to be something in it. You sort of shake it a bit. It almost seems like maybe sand in there. But you sort of open the pouch and look in, and it could be sand, but it's glittering all sorts of different colors. It seems to shift in color, at any given moment. The bits and pieces. So you're not just looking at it's one color and then the next. It's like every grain seems to be like something different, and it's all sparkly in there. Yes, that some people that are able to channel magic to be able to make little pictures and stuff, this will allow you to sort of shape that with a little, pinch of the dust and throw it, and it'll make that little picture for you.
Can I try some?
Well, it does have limited uses, so if you are going to use some, I would require a down payment.
How much?
Well, considering, let's see here.
Just for a demo.
I think it has about 10 charges in it, and it is 75 gold, so I would say at least 7 gold.
Sure, I'll give him 10. Just try it out.
Okay, you give him 10. All right. You take a pinch of the dust. What image would you like to make?
I'll see if I can kind of recreate his whole setup here.
Okay, and you do that, and it creates. Just a second here. I gotta figure out what size it is. Okay, yeah, that given that you create a slightly smaller version because it must fit within a 5-foot cube, but you create a minor illusion of his little stand. He's like,
we see ourselves there too.
Yeah, you could have the entire group sort of represented in 3D. It's perfectly still. It's not in motion.
And then
But yeah,
within
you've
it,
just
is
got
there a smaller one of me making a smaller
there
picture of us?
there is illusionception,
I'm
and
satisfied.
it's sort of like caught the moment where you've sort of like thrown down the dust. Your arms like just sort of like whapa.
Wow, that's impressive for sure. I think I'll pass on it there, but I mostly just wanted to see what it would do.
Okay,
I
and so you've given him 8 gold for that, or 10 gold for that.
10
yeah.
gold, yeah.
I'd like to. I point at the jellyfish and I ask, "What's this thing do?"
Oh, well, that's a hat, and I think it gives you acid resistance.
Hmm.
It helps protect you against you know attacks that would burn you. Sort of like some people say that jellyfish is poison or it's electricity, but it's sort of some sort of venomous acid attack. And so this hat, you put it on and protects you from that.
Now I do like the hat. So resistance, is that halves damage?
You would take half damage.
So if I already have that, when I'm raging, does it get halved again?
Technically by the rules, no, but I'd be willing to roll sure.
Hmm. Do like a jellyfish hat. I'll say I'll come back to this, but while we're
Okay.
on the fashion, what
Alright.
what do these boots do?
Those, he takes them and he sort of takes them by a hand and patters them on the ground. And as he does, it seems like there's a dozen disturbances in the dust, as if like footprints in a dozen different places went down. He says, these make it near impossible for somebody to find out which path he actually took. While wearing these, there are all sorts of little footprints that'll be put down going different directions. Nobody will be able to track you.
Oh.
So it's not that it hides your tracks, it just makes so many they can't find out which one's you.
All right. Well, I'm thinking, what's this metal tin and glass lid for here?
Okay, this is premier. You're not gonna find this anywhere else. This is a directional diviner. It'll always let you know what direction you're going. Thought make an intelligence check. You're pretty sure this is a mundane compass.
I want to take a look at the coin and see what that is. The old coin.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that one, but you sort of the old saying that old coins always show up again.
What about the pot?
The pot. Oh, this one's great. It does this. He reaches into it, and like first he takes it and he shows it. He's like, You see, it's perfectly empty. He reaches into it and pulls out a live chicken.
I buy it immediately.
Like throws it and like goes like flying across the market, causing all sorts of disturbance. And somebody like curses him out for it. He's like, never mind them. Isn't that great? Of course, it only does it once a day, but here you go. Yeah, you get the idea.
Does it only work with chickens or any?
Unfortunately, yeah, just the one
chickens.
chicken a day. But hey, it's a chicken. I mean, that one's gone, so we can't get that one today.
That's free chicken.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Can you cook stuff in it normally too?
Yeah. It's just what do you want a chicken once a day? You get a chicken as well as it can't be a regular cooking pot, but that's not the magical pot. Unless you're a really good cook.
Where did the chickens come from?
I don't know.
It's a magic pot.
Yeah, I mean, you can like conjures a chicken.
After seeing that, I put my hand in the canvas sack and try and pull something out of it.
Okay, in this sec, let's see. Oh, that you find that the sack is empty, but it's surprisingly cool inside the sack.
Ooh.
Oh, I ask him why it's so chilly inside the sack.
He's like, "Oh, that's a keep sack. That it'll keep things cold, so they don't spoil at all. Ever."
How
Like perhaps some
miniature?
cooked chicken.
What?
How miniature is the miniature wooden chair?
It's like, it's pretty cute. It looks like a dollhouse chair, like
Okay.
about 2 inches.
What's this? Does this chair do anything special, or is it like, what does this do? What is this?
Okay, so you know how I've got my wonderful little station right here, and how it sort of popped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a chair that does the same. If you want to, he picks it up and sort of sets it gingerly on the ground in front of him and says, "I would like to sit down." It grows to a full-size chair, and he sits in it.
How much gold do I have
Wow.
left?
Yeah.
Ooh. That may come in handy.
What
Well,
else?
he's. Oh, sorry.
I bought the pot, by the way.
You
Oh,
bought the
cool.
pot, okay.
Yeah.
While he's thinking about that, I ask if the rope is never ending, or if there's something special about this rope.
Just a second. I didn't write the description. I've got to get it from here. But yeah, it's special. That say you want it to. Okay. Say you wanted it to tie itself up over there, and he's holding on one end of the rope, and I don't know what command word he says, but immediately the other end of the rope starts like snaking through the air and like goes and like ties itself to the pole of another vendor, and it's like clotheslining people in the marketplace. And like, hey! It's like, and then he sort of says the command word, and it unties itself from that end and coils itself back up, back on his little stand there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it does that, and you can sort of tell it where to tie itself up, and it'll untie itself when you want it to do that.
I'm
But
buying
it's-
the
it's-
chair.
Okay.
What was-
know,
I know he
Good.
started with the feather duster, but I can't remember if we actually found out what it did.
well, yeah, as I was about to say, that this makes a wonderful gift if you want to sort of relieve the housework from yourself. That you tell it to get to work, and it'll start dusting all around.
Don't really have a house.
I got my job. I got our workplace might be able to give Alvin a break and make his life easier, cleaning things up.
Sure that this Alvin of yours, I'm sure he's a very sweet man. I'm very happy for the two of you.
I say thank you and smile. I think I'm gonna buy the rope and the old coin.
Okay, I see. You are a connoisseur, sir. You're a connoisseur that you got some good stuff here. And so you buy the rope and the old coin.
Did we look at everything? Oh, I asked him about the potions.
Oh yes. He pulls and he puts like the basket in the middle. Now he sort of cleared out a bit of space on his little desk there. He's like, I've got I got about 15 potions available. That 4 of these, he sort of says 4 there. I don't know exactly what they do, but I know that these are meant for combat and they'll help out in combat. And so they'll be an aid in that manner. These 3 right here, I know were sort of test runs of potions that may be a little unproven, but that's why they're a bit cheaper, but they might be really helpful for you. And then these other ones here that at the Magisterium Arcanum, that when they sort of have a batch and there's a bit left over, that maybe you know, a friend of mine might siphon off the a little bit and hand it off to me, and so that we don't know exactly what these are, but these are officially brewed potions from the academy there. That some of them might be from first year students, or you might get lucky and have gotten one from one of the upper professors there.
Well, 150 seems a little steep for not knowing what you're getting into.
I admit, yeah, but as I said, you could get something awesome. For you, Master Elf, I would be willing to reduce it since you've been such wonderful customers to 125.
125. All right, I'll take one of the unlabeled.
The unlabeled, okay.
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a D100.
D100.
Where is it gonna be?
I'll
Pandora's
break out the actual
potion,
dice.
and you don't roll it till you actually use it.
I do them twice, right?
You
If I
roll
have the
two
actual one.
D10s. Yep, first one's gonna be the tens place. Second one's gonna be the ones place.
Alright, I rolled a 50.
Hmm?
I rolled a 50. I have the actual percentile one.
Okay, so you rolled a 50.
And a 3.
So 53. Now you'll probably need roll 20 to do this. Roll me a D18.
I do need roll 20 for that.
Yeah.
Did I do that right? There you go.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure what that does. But okay, here's the thing. I can look it up in this, so it is an official whatever. And with the unlabeled potions, as well as I think the combat potions, you'd be able to just take a little taste and find out what it does
Oh,
without actually taking the whole thing. The experimental ones, you don't know until you try them.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, here we are. You have Keg Tom's ointment. This glass, 3 inches in diameter, contains 1d4 + 1 doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe. The jar and its contents weigh a half a pound. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature that receives it regains 2d8 + 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
Wow.
So
That sounds good.
have roll a d4.
Ooh, I never get to use D4.
Yeah.
2.
So it has 3 doses.
Sweet. What was it called?
I'll spell it out.
Will you have a card for it later?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Had more gold.
And then, do we want to buy some of the combat ones with like the party funds?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sure, yeah.
Yep, you do have that as a resource.
So we have 1,700 gold in the party. Do you each want to buy all of them? All 4? And then we can just use them?
Yeah, why
Let's buy 4. We'll each get one, and then we have
Extra.
an extra.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, we'll take all 4.
So, I need people to roll a d12 4 times, and any duplicates re-roll.
Do we?
Do
oh,
you just
okay.
want to do it once?
Yeah,
and
I'll
roll
do
20?
one.
Okay. Well, we can do just roll 4d12.
Well,
Okay,
then
so
it'll
it's-
add them all together, though.
Well, it'll tell you the individual rolls.
You can split it up, yeah.
Whoops. What did I do wrong?
Wrong slash.
Oh, I'm stuck in programming world.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a 1, 11, and a 4, and then a 2.
A 2.
So, that.
I was like, is there a dog? I was like, oh, it's the it's the backgrounds.
Alright, you now have a potion that will cast Bless, the Armor of Agathis, Sanctuary, and Divine Favor.
You'll cast all of them or one of them?
No, you've got 4 potions.
Oh.
One of them will cast Bless. One of them will cast the Armor of Agathis. One of them will cast Sanctuary. And one will cast Divine Favor without need for concentration.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
So,
Where do we want to keep those? How do we want to do that?
I don't know. Do we? Well, we can each take one. I don't know if we want to figure out what each one does and then decide from there, and then someone can have another one.
That might make sense.
I think Bless to affect 4 people. And so you just sort of cast it. I think Bless works that for a minute you get to add 1d4 to your attack rolls and your saving throws. And I think that covers 4 people. So just one person would cast it, and then the group gets the benefit. Armor of Agathis, I think you gain 5 temporary hit points, and when you get hit by an attack, a melee attack, the attacker takes 5 points of cold damage, and if you have more points left, then every time you take damage while you still have those hit points, it'll deal 5 cold damage. So if you got hit by 1 damage 5 times, it'll do 25 damage. If you get hit by 5 damage once, it'll do 5 damage. As long as you keep the temporary hit points up, it sort of protects you and does a little damage. So it's a level 1 spell. Sanctuary, I think you cast it, and as long as a person doesn't cause harm to an enemy, that attacks and spells against them have disadvantage. And then Divine Favor, for a minute, your attacks deal 1d4 extra damage.
Interesting.
Yep. So that's sort of Bless plus Divine Favor. You get a 1d4 on your attack rolls and damage.
Yeah.
Are these like we would throw them on like the ground, or do you drink their potions? Right? You drink them.
You drink it.
Okay.
And I would say it's a bonus action to drink a potion yourself. It's a full action to feed it to somebody else, like if they're unconscious. To
Here,
feed
drink
them.
this.
Yeah, because you can just sort of cork chug. That's just a bonus action.
I mean, I would probably get a lot of use out of the Divine Favor one.
I can take. Well, I'll take Bliss maybe.
Alright, I'll take the Armor of Agathis then.
Okay. And then you just sort of have a sanctuary available for somebody to have. Yep. And you don't have to figure it out now. Perhaps when the other half of the group is here, somebody might want the.
I'll add it to my inventory just so that we have
You
it.
can hold on to it for now. You're not
Good plan.
not pressed to make that decision immediately.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see that was all 4 of the combat potions. Bought 1 unlabeled, so there's 7 left of those, as well as 3 experimental potions.
That's right. I bought an unlabeled one.
I'm gonna buy an experimental potion. I'm feeling lucky.
Okay. Here. I need you to roll me a d6. And you will not know what this is until you use it. Got a 6. Okay.
I just like put mystery potion number 6.
Sure. Put mystery potion number 6.
Love potion number 9.
So as we're kind of wrapping up, I'd ask him like he deals all this magic stuff and obviously has some sort of connections to the
The
magic.
Magisterium Arcanum, yeah.
Yeah.
We can call it the Mage Academy because those hoity-toities that gave it such a fancy name, but MA still stands for Mage Academy.
So yeah, the Mage Academy. So I don't know how much you deal with magic, but I'm just curious if you know anything about this. And I pull out that broken amulet that we had from, I think, Wave Echo Cave.
He's like, do you mind if I take a gander?
Sure.
Okay, so he pulls out, like a little like jeweler's thing. Is like looking at it. He's like, yeah, that was definitely magical at one point. That's kind of all I can tell you. I mean, I know when something's magical and I know how to sell it, but again, I'm kind of the seller, not the creator. That my pals across the sea that hook me up, that they would know more about it, but I ain't seen anything like that before.
All right.
And I can tell you that as far as the design goes, that's not typical craftsmanship of any of the magic uses over there. So I don't know where that was made, but probably wasn't them.
Well, that's more than we knew before. So
Yeah, so that yeah, that one's on the house, of course, because you've been it's been a good day for Mr. McSqueedle.
I asked him if he knows where we could buy or sell magical weapons.
Oh, magical weapons. You're gonna be hard pressed that if you're able to find somebody from the Lord's Alliance who'd be willing to part with some of their Averinian steel. But there's not too many people left that can forge magic into weapons. They've got their spell forge there, one of the only ones left in the world. But
I kind of say aside, we know somebody who's got not to make Squeedos like guys, we know somebody who's got a magic forge. We could probably pursue that storyline at some point in the near future.
He says, but I mean, I'm kind of sold out for the day, or for until I get resupplied. But if you're looking for more of the magical ilk, I know over at the Blackstaff Tower, Agamemnon's or something tower over there, that there's a whole bunch of those hoity-toity wizard types that sticks up their butts but magic out their hands. If you're interested, maybe they might be able to help you out.
yeah, well, we'll go check it out.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Do you
Gentlemen?
do you deal mostly around here, or do you travel at all?
I mean, Waterdeep seems to be my place right now. I got a few connections to bring supplies in, but I do wander a bit. But gentlemen, it has been a lovely day. And with that, he sort of grabs the two poles that were holding up the canvas and sort of tucks them under his armpits, and they seem to like shrink into nothingness. And he grabs his little stand and sort of pulls it up, puts it on his chest, and like straps to him like a vest. And he closes his trench coat, and he's like, "Until next time, take care." And he sort of saunters off into the crowd. His entire little stand collapsed into his trench coat.
Awesome.
It was odd.
Oh, got
that
some
was,
cool stuff.
Yeah.
And he says, as he's leaving, he's like, "Hopefully you haven't seen the last of Kedison A. McSqueedle."
Oh man.
Did you want to check out the that tower?
Yeah. Try to see
Unless
if they have anything
did
good.
anybody want to do anything in the market before we head over there?
I mean, I pretty much spent all my money, so.
Is there a jeweler in the market?
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to find one.
I want to find a jeweler and see how much he would give me for the gemstone eye patch.
Make me a persuasion check. if you can find a better deal than what you had before, which I think was 75.
Yeah. Equation. Dang it, I was going to use my I was gonna use my inspiration on my persuasion check.
You won't be able to get that 20, but if you want to use your inspiration, I'll let you roll again.
Nah, it's alright.
No, that this person offers 65.
Alright.
Well, Gypsy Lady's still there. She was just sort of like eyeing you and McSqueedle as all that was going on. She was sort of attending to other customers, and he sort of rolled his eyes as he was going through his antics, as if this is something that she's had to deal with before.
Alright, I go back and I ask her for 90 for the eye patch.
He says, I will give you 80.
Say-
I lean over and I'm like, wait, 90? My one friend he paid like 120 for his.
120?
Something like that. Something to try to convince her.
And well, your friend is not here. 80.
Man. I say no, and I put the eye patch on
Okay,
and
fine, then
walk away.
sure. You scare my customers.
And actually, I look down in my beard and I notice that I have some spider fangs in my beard, and I think to myself, who might be interested in buying spider fangs?
If you want to try and find an apothecary, you can roll an investigation check to see where one might be, if there is one available.
Can I assist him? Because I also have some animal parts that I could sell.
Go for it.
What am I rolling?
Investigation with advantage, because Elrond's helping you.
All right.
That you've lived in this city, you know there's somewhere, but you just like it's on the tip of your brain. You can't remember. Was it in this ward? Was it in a different ward? Was it in the marketplace? Was it a shop that's just passing through? You just can't put your finger on of last you knew of an apothecary that would be interested.
I ask my brother if he remembers anybody that buys animal parts.
I
Roll,
don't know.
roll just a flat intelligence check for memory.
Intelligence. I
Yeah.
can't say that I do know that.
What's an animal?
And keep in mind that the dice rolls aren't necessarily like a measure of your skill, but it's just sort of a measure of your luck. Like,
Yeah.
that Bonner just doesn't have a recollection.
Let
I
me
do
see if
not recall.
Fates were not favorable to you.
Let me see if I have anything else in my beard.
You're giving up your
No, I guess-
prizes of
I
battle?
guess not. Well, I have multiples of most of the things.
Okay.
Well, he's deciding that I would like to sit down, and the chair.
Pops out right behind you, and it's a perfect fit.
This is
I mean,
a great chair.
it's still just a decent, wooden chair. It's not like a lazy boy, but it's like just the right size. It's sort of the back angle that you like, and you can just sort of relax.
What kind of wood is it?
Hey.
Is it like an oak, or is it more of like a?
It's sort of like a nicely stained oak. It
Okay.
appears to be.
Okay. Does it seem pretty solid? Do I have
Oh,
to?
very
Oh.
nice and sturdy.
I
Yeah.
like this.
As
I
well
like
as
that.
you do know that things that are magically enchanted tend to be very durable.
Um,
And the DM's realizing, oh, this might have a very interesting thing that I was not planning on. But hey, that's pretty cool.
You mean the reason I bought this chair?
As soon as you lit up about it, I'm like, yeah, you could kind of use it WWE style.
Guess who has Tavern Brawler as one of their talents?
I had not thought of that when I designed the item. I was just like there exists, like I was thinking he's gonna have this cool little like thing that unfolds. He's got his little thing, as well as I know there exist magical items that are like a whole like inn that expands out of like a dollhouse. It's like, what if I had one of those, but it's just like on a smaller scale, just like a chair. Yeah, it's kind of a fun novelty, and I was just kind of threw it in there as another thing for you guys to waste your money on. But now I realize That's pretty awesome.
As he's sitting there, I
Oh,
pull out my
man.
rope and I tell it to tie itself on his chair,
Okay, so
and
that's enough.
and I yank on it.
I would need the two of you to make. Actually, Fauna make a athletics or just a strength check. Bonner make his dexterity saving throw.
Strength check.
Daniel, that's awesome. You can give yourself an additional 100 experience for that.
What is this?
It's
Oh my
John Cena.
god.
I'm watching it. Yes.
Wow.
I am very pleased with what I have inadvertently done.
Oh man. Oh man. No, that's literally the reason I bought the chair. I was like, there's gonna be an opportunity where I can
didn't
whip
even
out this
think of it.
chair and use it as an improvised weapon.
It was none of my
It's gonna
intent,
be
but
my new-
all of the awesomeness. Yep.
That's spoiler alert. That's gonna be my new catchphrase. I would like to sit down.
I actually, while we're in the market, I want to see if there's anybody that wants to buy like regular weapons.
Yeah, the blacksmith you talked to earlier.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's totally up for like standard like steel stuff, but he's not like a jeweler. He's not gonna
I
get sort of the
gotcha.
ornate stuff. But
How much will he give me for a great axe?
for a great axe,
It's great.
yeah, it's great.
Oh, I forgot I still had that other great sword too.
Oh, you could totally sell that if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to sell that. I don't
Okay, yeah.
see myself needing it. If I need.
Yeah, the blacksmith's like, oh, you're giving up the adventuring life.
I say no.
'Cause
I've.
you're turning in all this stuff.
Shing! I pull out Bloodstep. I said, nah, upgrade.
Oh, excellent. You see him, he's sort of eyeing it a little enviously. Alright. Do. So, for a great axe, he would give you 15 gold.
I will take
For,
it. I will-
for the
or-
great
oh.
axe. For Fauner's great axe.
Oh,
He'll
For
still take
the,
it.
I was
the
still.
great
What was that? You said 15?
15.
All right, you can
So
have
your
it.
brother says, I'll take it. He's like, oh, I don't know, are you speaking for him? Or,
Yeah, we have the same mind.
okay, he's like, and I'll, this is good steel, I'll give you 25 for the great sword.
Thank you very much.
I pull out 2 hand axes. Ask him how much he wants for those.
How many axes do you have?
Not enough.
He's
like-
pulling him out of his
He's
beard.
like Gimli over here.
For the hand axe, he said 2.
Yes.
He'll give you 5 gold pieces for the pair.
Okay.
Because there's not much
Yeah.
deal on that.
All right. 5 it is. Okay, let me get rid of all these things. Great axe, hand axe. Get rid of you. Get rid of you.
I let them know that I'm gonna head over the tower. I don't know if they would have any interest in coming, since I don't think either of them are like magic people. But so
Wow.
I asked them if they want to come. That's where I'm going now.
Yeah, I say there might be more magnificent trinkets.
That's
There might be. I hear they've got
Alright, so I'll-
sticks up their butt, but magic out their hands.
I'll wait for them
Spoken like a
to
true poet.
finish up then.
Okay, so you guys, you head on over together.
That would make a great shirt.
Yeah.
Wizards, they got sticks up the butts and magic out the hands. Edison A. McSqueedle. So yeah, you get to the tower. I don't have some flowery description for you, but it's like a wizard's tower. It's a mix of like a library and what's his name? Doctor Strange's house from I don't know if you saw Doctor Strange, but it's got like all
Yeah,
sorts of
yeah.
crazy artifacts in it and this and that.
Mhm.
It's sort of like it's a bit organized. It's sort of a place for both study and like research and experimentation and maybe selling a few things. It they have a large number of spell scrolls available. That sort of the more powerful the magic, the sort of rarer and more expensive they get. They may not have all the types. So that level 2 and below, you could find most anything. As well as if you're willing to pay the coin, that they'd be willing to sort of get, they've got enough spellcasters available that you can sort of commission any of those. That if any of the party members are interested, anyone can cast a cantrip from the available spell scrolls. And that for cantrips, for 20 gold, you can get 5. So you get 5 copies of the cantrip for 20 gold.
Oh.
Of one or of mix and match?
Yeah, you could do 20 gold pieces for any 5.
Okay.
Yep. But keep in mind, each scroll is 1 use.
Yeah.
What was that one? There was.
How about first level?
First level costs 75 gold.
Okay.
Second level is 250. Third level is that's one's 400. And then if you were so interested, well, okay, there's only 4 scrolls available that are third level, which is Blink, 2 copies of Fly, 1 copy of Haste. And then for fourth level, there's only 3 available, Polymorph, and, or no, 2, Polymorph and Greater Invisibility, and that would be 800 gold apiece.
Let me look at some stuff.
So, pretty much that the third and fourth ones that I will communicate to Cathod. He has the chance to buy these, not at this literal moment, but out of game he will. And then
I would like. I wanna get a minor illusion scroll.
Okay. So the cantrips come in a set of 5 cantrips for 20 gold.
Yes.
So do you want 5 copies of minor illusion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Keep
gonna
it
buy
simple.
a batch of cantrips too.
Hmm?
I'll buy a Druidcraft one because everyone's interested in that stuff. I'll buy a Friends.
Now, are these individuals or packs of 5?
Like one of each so far.
Okay. Yep.
One of Friends. Is Guidance one? Yeah, I'll get
Guidance is a cantrip?
Guidance. I'll get a Mending and Message.
Okay.
So what did I say? Druidcraft, Friends, Guidance,
Mending,
Mage Hand, Mending.
and Message. No, you didn't say Mage Hand. You said Mending.
Oh, I didn't say Mage Hand. You're right. Message and Mending. Okay, I'm just gonna write those down. I'll just remember my spell sheet as one-time things.
And that also first level spells are 75 gold pieces, and have to succeed on an intelligence check to cast it. Let's say the DC is 10. So it's about a 50-50 chance. But you can have a first level spell that anybody can attempt. Keep in mind that things, if it's a reaction like shield, you wouldn't be able to read a spell scroll off to do that. If it's a regular action or bonus action.
So that's 20.
Yep, 20 for a batch of 5 cantrips.
For the 5. First level is 75.
Yep.
That's real quick.
You know what Thunderclap does?
Thunderclap, yeah, that's in the elemental evil thing. But actually, that's a free PDF that you can get from the wizard's website. I can pull it up and tell you what it is, but if you want to download it later, you can get that.
Okay.
Cantrip. It's sort of like a mini thunder wave that essentially damages everything around you. You create a burst of thunderous sound, which can be heard 100 feet away. Each creature other than you within 5 feet must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d6 thunder damage. Essentially, you have the potential to do 1d6 thunder damage to everything
Okay.
around you. Second here, that there are sort of standard sets of DCs and if it's a spell attack of what the scrolls will be. That's the monster manual, not the G.
I think I'm gonna buy Oh, where did the other one go? I'm gonna buy 3 Vicious Mockery cantrips.
Excellent.
Feel like that's something I'd be into.
I very much think Connor would be into that.
Where was? Oh, and I'm gonna buy 1 Thaumaturgy. I don't know.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, that for levels cantrip through second, the spell save DC is 13. And the attack bonus, if it's a spell attack, is +5. So after you guys figure out what you've bought and what you want, we can go through and I can write up the official things with you.
Okay.
It's shopping episode. And I guess I can take you off of McSqueedle's Magnificent Trinkets. Back on the Waterdeep map.
Where's the one?
I would like.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna do 2 of the Thaumaturgy. Or how did you say?
Thaumaturgy, yep.
Thaumaturgy. Get it right.
Um,
So that's 5, and that's 25 for 5.
It's 20 for 5.
24 5. Okay.
I'm gonna switch out that friends one for
Mhm.
Firebolt because I
Okay.
realized that it probably can't use that one too subtly.
Yeah, pulling out a scroll and reading it
Yeah,
and then
hold on one
influencing
second.
somebody. Yeah.
And I'll actually spend 40 and just buy 2 of all the ones that I listed.
Sure.
Actually, I had 9 spoons, a spork, and a rusty fork, and a rusty spoon. I left those at my house.
Okay.
I'll say I left my pen and ink at his house too, because I don't.
Actually, I'm
don't
gonna
really
keep
care.
one. I'm gonna keep 1 spoon.
Okay.
Oh, did we ever talk to who was it? Vinny or somebody who was gonna figure out if we could sell if anyone
Yeah.
would be interested in that ooze that I
It was a
have?
friend of the guy of
He
the guy
knew-
that got murdered.
He knew a
It
guy.
was. It was a friend of the guy who was treacherous and now is a pile of goo that they are helping sleep with the fishes. So in theory there was a buyer, but Whiten had sort of been a friend of his that might be willing to buy it. So technically there is still an ochre jelly caught in a barrel in the basement of
Oh,
D6.
that's right, in the basement.
Which you figure by now that potentially Keldar and Vinny might have remembered to take care of it. I'm saying by now it's probably like 3:30 in the afternoon, maybe 4 o'clock. You shopped with McSqueedle and you've been browsing the
Yeah.
spell scrolls and such.
Do they have any, real quick before we leave here, do they have any weapons and stuff? Did we want to check that? Do they have like magic stuff other than the scrolls, or is it pretty much just the scrolls?
Available for sale, not really,
Yeah.
but there's sort of some things on display, just sort of as testaments to the ingenuity and glory of the different wizards and arcane practitioners that work here, or that frequent here, but they're not available for sale.
I will. I will
go ahead.
note that if there was magic weapons and stuff, we probably couldn't afford them. As far as
man.
gold,
Totally could.
straight
Kinda
up.
super broke. Maybe.
What are you talking about? I got all the magic
I
weapons
do-
I need.
I do want to see. I have these crocodile skins and crocodile teeth.
we
see if
do
there's
have a lot of
someplace we
animal
can
stuff.
sell
You
that.
tried to rack your brain earlier of an apothecary or somebody who'd be interested. Well,
I'd like to
That was
ask
for the
them.
spider fangs. I have like the
that'd be sort of
skins.
like herbalism stuff. If you're looking for like a tanner or something,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty easy.
Yeah,
to
not
find.
necessarily the teeth, but at least the skins.
Yeah, a tanner would definitely be able to work with that leather and make a.
One of
nice
them is
crocodile skin
pristine as well.
is.
So.
Is.
So yeah, I'd like to look. I would like to find a tanner.
Okay.
So,
So you're able. It's not that difficult to go out and find, because tanners, because they work with like lye and animal fat to sort of cure the leathers. It's kind of stinky, so you can kind of find those. And so let's see, how many crocodile skins you got?
I have 3 total, and the one
So,
is
2 and a
pristine.
pristine.
Yes.
He'll give you 10 gold each for the 2 regular ones, and he'll give you 30 gold for the pristine one. So a total of 50.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Does he have any interest in the teeth?
And the teeth, as sort of, he's got a great idea to make like a vest, and then the teeth are the buttons. So
I have 15, so
you
Yeah,
have 15.
that's a lot of buttons.
He
they
might
could
able
be
to
they
do
could be
something with that.
ornamental with the
He'll-
he's making stuff,
He'll buy them for 5 gold for the 15 of them.
That works.
Okay.
Sold.
Right. Any
I-
other inventory space that you'd like to convert into gold pieces?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
because like literally I have no more left on my.
I know I have
Okay.
like 5
But you know
slots.
it can extend, right?
Yeah.
I'm fully
I have,
extended.
I have used all the pages, but there. I mean, there is a thing at the bottom, but there's, which I could put some extraneous things down there. But yeah.
We ever got a bag of holding, we could just like use a Google Doc or something.
Maybe
Could
someday
do
you'll
that
find
anyway.
one.
Maybe.
Oh wait, I technically how long is the rope I just bought?
It is 60 feet long.
I have a 50-foot rope if anybody wants it. Otherwise, I'll try and sell it.
I think I have.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
I
you
have
don't want
15.
it in
I
your
already have some.
inventory, I can just click to add that I have 2 in mine.
There,
Yeah, you give it to-
perfect.
Yeah, you give it to your brother.
There.
Also,
Alright.
as a note, Nate, I'll give you the full write-up on that item, but I believe once you get it to tie to something, you can tell it to knot itself, and it will create knots that are much easier to climb all the way up, but it reduces its length to 50 feet if you do that.
Okay,
But then you have
Pretty
advantage for climbing up it.
nice.
That's pretty cool.
Rope climbing.
I'm going places.
Was I gonna go back to that place and read more of that book? Because
Yeah.
I like, yeah, I think I will. Because I ran out of time, so I knew like what book to look for and what section to read, but then I had to leave.
So you have from now until essentially sundown, they'll sort of ask you to leave, but you got that's probably like 8 o'clock. So
Couple
you probably
hours.
have like 3 hours.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I
You
guess
wanna-
I'll tell them. Well, I'll give them my jar of goo, and say I'm gonna go finish up my reading. I don't know if you guys, if like Vinny found that guy, if what the deal is, but if you guys want to figure out what to do with this, I'll get my jar back from you later. And I give it to Thunder. And then I leave.
So you're headed back off to the City of the Dead to
Yes.
the Night Wardens at their guardhouse slash archive. They're able to inquire again about that particular book, and you've got sort of 3 hours to peruse through it and make whatever notes you want. Of course, you can't take it with you, but you'll try and commit as much to memory. And
I do
whatever.
have my my book and colored pencil. So if there's
You
any good
indeed.
my good info or any good
So
illustrations.
let's see. You got about 3 hours. Make me 3 intelligence checks.
Oh baby.
See how much information you get down.
Alright. 7 plus 2.
9.
Just
Okay.
straight intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 9. 8.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. 4.
Okay. So the sort of pouring through this thing, it's kind of got it's still common, but it's sort of an older version of common. So it's like you're reading Middle English, so it's a little hard to decipher. But you sort of get the gist of some things, and you've got a few pages of notes that you can go over at any time to sort of some of the less common undead to study up on. Now you've got your book that is the manual that'll sort of cover your basic skeletons and zombies and the like, but some of the more exotic things that you took some notes on. It'll be some limited information, but you'll be able to study up on that.
Okay. Cool.
Now you've got some notes.
So there'd probably still be more if we ever came back. I could come back to this book
Mhm.
and read it probably.
Yeah, because essentially, like, think of like a thick textbook.
It's a big old encyclopedia, basically.
Yeah, and being
Yeah.
able to just sort of browse through a full college textbook for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Even with diligent study, there's only so much you can absorb or write
Yeah.
down during that time.
And it would be like an old beat up book, so it takes a
An
while
old beat
to
up
get
book,
through
and
even.
it's sort of the language is a little difficult.
All right. Cool. So I'll remember that if we come back.
Yep.
But yeah, that's where I am for the next couple
Okay.
hours.
So that
Yeah.
the rest of you head back to D6.
Is there a are there identifying marks on the barrel that was handed to me?
In the jar
The jar.
that Elrine gave you,
Yeah.
it's a glass jar with an ooze inside of it. It's pretty recognizable.
I would like. Is anyone looking at me?
So you guys are walking your way back down the street to D6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If you sort of want to be sly about doing something with the jar, you can roll me a sleight of hand check.
I asked my brother if he wants to have some fun, and I kind of like gesture at the jar.
Wait, I'm.
Correct.
What?
I
So Elrine handed over his jar of ooze to Thonar, and he said, "I'll see you later."
To sell.
So Thonar and the whole group minus Elrine are walking down the streets of Waterdeep to D6, and Thonar sort of slyly says to you, "Do you want to have some fun?" Sort of.
Sure. What'd you have in mind?
this thing's alive still, right?
Oh yeah,
It's like-
it's mostly sort of like a pile of liquid. Every now and again, it'll sort of like make a little pseudopod and like smack up in the open space, and then just sort of settle down again.
Well, since Vinny's contact doesn't want to buy it, we can either try and sell this thing ourselves, or we can let it loose and see what happens.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be that exciting to let loose, because it's kind of
Alright.
just a little. It's like half dead, pretty much.
Well, let's. I'd like to reach into my underworld contacts and go to my common meetup spots and see if anybody's interested in some ooze.
Okay. Roll. I guess that would be an investigation check with advantage. So for 10, you sort of take the next couple hours to sort of meet with some of the other, people and that you don't find anybody that's particularly interested. Aren't able to glean any more information that Vinny was able to find. That a lot of people are amused that you have it, but they don't really have a use for it. So they offer you maybe like 10 gold here or there.
How much is the jar worth?
Over.
How much did you pay for it, Daniel?
At least 10 gold or
Was
something.
it 10 gold for the bottle?
It was the list price.
The list price for a bottle. So yes, the DM might be a little dingy at the moment. Here, let me find it.
Here, I have it in a sec.
If you take the ooze out, it's worth more.
Bottle. Oh, 2 gold.
2 gold. Yes, so the bottle is 2 gold. So yeah, they'd be willing to pay 10 for the ooze if you want the bottle go along with it. It's 12.
You think 10 gold's good, Greg? Unless we want to name it Jimmy and carry it around with us.
I mean, I'd be down for either situation.
I'll tell you what, we sell it for 10 gold, but I kind of stick my hand in the ooze and take a little bit and spread it in my beard.
Okay. Even for a dwarf, it smells pretty icky. But you've got that, and you've now traded off Elryan's ooze and bottle.
Oh no, we wanted the bottle.
Oh, you kept the bottle. Okay, so you pour the ooze into somebody else's container.
Yeah.
For 10 gold.
All right. I'm just gonna say that we added to the party fund.
Okay. As you're leaving, the little ooze sort of makes a little pseudopod and waves by at you.
Oh, it kind of makes me sad. Jimmy, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
It says-
I didn't know you had feelings, Jimmy.
He says,
We buy it
Never
back for 50.
sleep.
I ask the person we sold it to if I can buy it back.
For 20 gold.
20 gold.
Inflation, man. The economics is supply and demand.
Do I know this
I
guy?
I grab him and I pull him out of. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I was considering knocking this guy out and stealing it.
Yeah, let's get out. Let's go. Let's go. You need some ale. You need some ale in you.
All right. I guess for the remaining time, I'll go to the tavern. My favorite tavern.
Okay, it's a tavern nearby D6, and that your regulars they hook you up and get you a big old stein.
All right.
Do you guys sort of head back to D6, or what you want to do?
Is there anyone gambling in the tavern?
Yeah, there's sort of a dice game going off in the corner. That there hasn't been too much excitement, a few groans, a few cheers, but hasn't gotten too raucous yet. But that it's probably about 5 o'clock. People are just getting off of work, just starting to do their evening drinking.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over to the dice game and
Okay.
ask if I can make a wager or two.
Okay. They tell you the ante is 5 gold.
I'll join in too if there's room here.
Okay. Let the DM improvise a gambling game.
Fun times.
Okay. So there's currently 4 people sitting there plus you guys, so it's 6 total. All right. So let's see. How shall we do this? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So roll 3d6, drop the or 4d6, drop the lowest. I forget how to drop one.
I'll
Oh,
just-
whoops. Wait.
So
Oh,
I got
sorry.
a 13.
That
See,
works.
what's the code for drop one?
I don't remember.
I think I actually have a macro for that. Where are my macros? Where are my macros at? Oh, they're there. Woohoo. Yeah, they're in my other game. Oh well. More. So let's see what we got. We've got Bella got that much. Okay, so what were your numbers?
13.
10 and a 13. Okay, so that you sort of in secret get your values, and one of the guys puts in an additional 5 gold. Let's see, that started off with 6 times 5 is 30 gold in there, so now there's 40 gold. Because one guy puts in 5 and the other one calls. And so in order to stay in, you've got to put 5 gold in.
I will
Do we
put
know how
5
the
gold
game
in.
goes?
The way it works is essentially, it's sort of like poker where you get your hand and then you bet. And then whoever has the best hand takes the pot.
What's
Your
What's-
hand is your 46, drop the lowest.
Oh, okay. And so it's the highest?
Yep, the highest value is the best hand.
Oh. Whose turn is it? Is it Greg's or mine?
It's Greg's turn to call.
I call for 5 guys. Cool.
Okay. So you now have currently 10 gold in the pot. Thonar to stay in, to call, or you can bet. You gotta either add 5 or
This-
more.
I I already know what Bonner has.
Yeah.
But you know what? I am going to raise.
Okay.
My brother and I, we know how to work a gambling game.
Okay.
So that's another 10 from me.
Another 10 from you. Okay, so that brings it up to 55. Here. I'll go. Okay. There. One guy will fold, and the other will call. So it's now 55 in there. Bonner, to stay in, you have to call 5 gold.
I will call.
Okay, so the pot's now 70 gold. So everybody's called. Alright. Thonar, since you were the first person to make the raise, you show your hand of 10. Was it? 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next guy shows his hand of 14.
Oh.
And Bonner?
13.
Alright, that one guy, he takes the whole pot of 70.
Oh
Again.
man.
Again?
Bad.
Alright.
I'll take one more shot at it. See if I
Okay.
have a little better luck.
So I'm just gonna do it. So that separates my rolls from the 1, 4 guy.
What was the
It's 5 gold to ante.
Yeah. What was the command for -1? Do you remember? Did you remember?
I don't know. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
rolling it myself. But I'm just as well as what I'm doing is if there is a tie, that extra 1, whatever the value of that one is, the determining thing. So the 4th die. Like last time, 2 guys got a 14, but one of them folded.
Mm.
There's only
Oh.
1 guy left. But had there been a tie, would have. Yeah. Okay. So all of you put your 5 gold in the pot. So there's 30 gold in there. The first guy will check, and then it's to you, Bonner.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna check. Forgot I could
You
check.
check.
Yeah.
The next guy checks. The third guy, he'll bet 5. 5, and it's to you, Thonar.
I call and raise.
Raised by how much?
It has to be in increments of 5.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go big. I'll raise by 10.
Okay.
That's
45.
minus 15.
Yeah, the guy after you will fold. The other guy fold. Bonner, it's to you.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't say it. I fold. 'Cause I had a very mediocre roll.
The other guy will fold, and then the other guy will call your 5 gold, so the pot's 50.
I raised it 10.
Right. That he had bet 5.
Oh no, I meant I just call and raise.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay, yeah. He'll call that, so that brings the total of the pot to 60.
Ooh.
Okay. So since you're the one to place the new bet, you show your hand of 15. Or no, not 15, of
17.
17. He spits and shows a 13.
Yeah.
It's 60 gold.
Hmm.
All right. 60.
Yep.
All right. And I'm done. I got my money back.
To the resentment of your brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
One
what was it?
more round. One more round.
All right.
Bonner does have a gambling problem. That's one of his.
He does.
That is one of his character flaws.
The
So,
DM is very proud of you for playing into your character flaw. After you spent all your money and don't have much to give, you're going gambling.
you got it.
So, Thonar, are you going to ante up this one?
Yes.
All right, Thonar, not
oh,
Bonner.
sorry.
I know Bonner's in.
Yes.
I don't want to, but I tell Bonnar if it's his last game that I will join in.
Okay.
Is it your last game, Bonnar?
Well, yeah, of course. It's always the last game.
All right.
Okay.
Is there a way to do this so that we can send it to?
Yeah, you could do a GM roll. You could do /GM roll.
Yes.
It'll just show it to Jacob.
It'll show only me.
All one word?
Yep.
/GM roll and then space 46.
Well, will it show us too?
It'll
Only
show
you.
you.
I will see everything, but only you will
Yes.
see it.
Okay. Oh. Wait.
GM
Okay.
roll 4d6. Oh, I don't even see it. Oh, there it goes.
you
Yeah, I
gotta
just
shoot
saw
it.
mine too.
Okay.
Okay,
Took a
so
bit.
Gotcha. Much.
we could.
Much.
I will look for a medieval-looking poker table background that we can get to put our little tokens around.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For
This
future.
might become a sort of regular event for the Elfbane brothers, or whoever decides to partake.
I
Okay.
think at least in shopping episodes, it might become a staple.
We'll have to come up with whatever. You guys are playing advanced Go Fish.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh man, we should
No.
write up some legit advanced Go Fish rules with this. Yeah. Oh man,
All right.
that'd be funny.
So you're playing Waterdeep Hold'em.
Water deep hold'em. Exactly.
So that actually the first chance to bet is to you, Thonar.
I will. I'll bet 5.
Okay.
I'm a gambling man, apparently.
5. He'll fold. He'll call. Okay, and to you, Bonner.
Is that 5 on top of the ante?
Yep, 5 on it's he bet 5, so you have to match 5 to stay in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll match it.
Okay, so 45. He'll fold, and the next guy will raise you by 5. So you have to pay 5 more to stay in.
I'll call.
So Thonar calls. Other guy folds. It is to you, Bonner. 5 more gold to call.
Who all still? How many are still in?
Your brother and 1 more.
I'll fold.
Okay, fold. A piece of paper.
Yeah.
All right. So Thonar, he shows his hand of 13,
Hey!
and you take a pot of 60 gold.
I had 15.
Oh man, you're
My
doing the rolling.
Every other thing I had bad rolls, but when I
Yeah.
came to gambling, I got
Yeah, technically it was a 16 because
I had
you dropped the 1.
Oh,
It's a
oh,
14.
take 14.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
a
what
14.
did
So you beat him by 1.
Oh,
It's you roll. It's sort of like rolling for character
Right.
stats. It's 46, drop the lowest. I don't know. That just sort of.
Why did I was thinking that I had. Okay, I guess that's good. I was thinking I had 16. For some reason, I added 1 instead of dropped the 1.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
I made some money.
All right.
So is that your last one, Bonner?
One more, just one more, just one more, just one more spin.
All
You
right.
stay out this time, Thonar. You keep beating me.
All right,
Okay.
I sit out.
So it's 25 in the pot. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got. And let's.
Wow.
I spoke words. So the first guy, he is going to bet 15. So that brings it pot 40. The next guy will match him. Okay, and it's to you, Bonnar.
15.
15.
I will call
Okay, so
and
that brings.
raise it by 5.
Okay, so plus 20. Next guy folds. The guy folds, and the other 2 will call. Bring the pot to a total of 85 gold. Bonnar, set the bet, so you show your hand.
I have a 16, or not 17.
17. The other 2 guys start cursing out as they show a 16 and a 14. You take the pot of 85.
Oh
Hey.
baby.
Got your money back.
Now that's why I have a gambling problem. I say, well, thank you, gentlemen. It's good to be back home.
Come on, just one more. Just one more.
I buy them a round of ale.
Okay, that'll be 1 gold for 5 silver for each ale. So take 1
Alrighty.
gold
And
out.
what was it? It was 85, you said?
85.
Plus.
So essentially, you get 84 because you spend 1 gold on getting them around.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right.
Fun times.
That was exciting.
So yeah, you got some gambling in. Where do you head now?
We're supposed to meet Sildar, or did we want to go
following
back
morning.
to? Okay, so we can go back. There aren't any other errands we needed to like do, right?
Unless there's somebody that. Oh no.
Finish for those errands.
I think if there's something story related, if we can talk to somebody about our father or anything, but I mean this is our city, so I don't think there'd be anybody new.
I don't know.
What we should have done is we should have left the slime on what's his name's doorstep.
Thonart, you do know that there was a slime left in basement D6.
All right, I'm gonna.
Should we go back? Should we
Yeah,
just head
let's-
back?
Yeah,
Head
yeah,
back
let's
to
head back.
D6.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's a bit past dinner, but that your 3 employees are still there, sort of working to catch up on things, and they're sort of glad that it's going well, and that Vinny's like, oh, hey guys, what do you still want to do with the sloppy wet down in the barrel downstairs?
I want to leave it on Percy Fartracker's doorstep.
Captain Fart Racker. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right, so that you sort of catch it in the barrel or something else. You do have a bottle that's conveniently sized for the task.
I'll put it in that bottle.
All right, so you scoop it up, you put it in that bottle, the bottle that held Elrhine's slime.
Oh, hi, Pancho.
I put it on a table and I step away and I wave at it. See if it waves back.
It just sort of like every now and again, it just makes a pseudopod that sort of smacks up against glass in random directions, but doesn't seem to respond.
All right. I ask I don't know. I tell my brother, let's head over to Fart Racker's lousy house.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes a while to get through the city. You have to go all the way to the North Ward, but you get to the place that at one time was a very comforting place where you were allowed to pass through the gates right up to the door and inside, and you had your own sort of room that you shared together that was much bigger than what you have now. But the gate is currently barred, and there sits a house that belongs to the Fartracker name, currently under Percy.
Hold on. I think I have. I have something that I might be able to use.
It's probably about like 7 o'clock, approaching dusk.
The Oh, is the gate locked?
Yep.
And are there people like in the courtyard or anything?
Not in the courtyard, but there's some traffic moving up and down the street.
I look inside the gate and see if there's anybody. There's nobody inside there.
Make a perception check. Thonart Elfbane, look. You currently do not see anybody in the courtyard.
All right, I am going to use my spider boots and kind of climb up the wall.
I'm standing guard on the outside.
Okay,
Or
and so
I'm-
if you sort of wait for a moment when traffic sort of dies down on the street,
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, as any good thief would.
and so you spider climb just up and over the gate, you are in the courtyard.
I would like to look around again.
There's some old statues, a little bit of sort of small shrubberies and some flowers and stuff. It's not like a full garden, but it's sort of meant to make that little courtyard in the front look pretty. With trimmed grass.
I am going to put my red cloak on,
Okay.
and how far is the door from the wall?
It's probably about 30 feet.
Alright, let me see here. I got this. I have... I'm gonna make this way more... What does Without a Trace do?
Pass without a trace.
Yeah, Pass Without a Trace.
That gives you +10 to your stealth roll.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace from my brown tooth necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try and sneak up to the front door.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check and add 10 to it.
Wow.
You Mission Impossible the crap out of this. Roll me a perception check with advantage because you're tuned to what's his name? The Talon. You notice that there is a guard who is sort of
What the
stationed at
heck?
the window, looking around, but you just sort of like peer up just one eyeball over a bush and see that's happening, and you just time it perfectly where he's looking on one side of the courtyard, you're sneaking past, and then you stop and like pose the exact same shape as like some statue that's like some lady pouring water into the fountain, and you're like posed behind her like in the same thing, and so that the guard can't see you at all, and then as soon as he looks away you like run and scramble behind something else.
Oops, that was not. That was a. I was trying to paste the link, but that comp did not.
Failed, sir.
Hey.
Hey, that's a base 64 image. I bet I could convert it, actually.
Anyway, and so you are just like this used to be your house. This used to be a place you are welcome. You sort of know the tricks in the trade, and you know where the guards look when they do, and you just sort of like you get to that doorstep and you are certain, I got this. What do you do?
Alright, I open the I open the lid of the jar,
Okay.
and I kind of and I kind of like plop it not on the door but like right next to the door, and then I try and scurry away.
Okay. So you just sort of like plop it right there on the doorstep, and just sort of slops there. And then do you skulk away? You sneak away?
I do a light. How close was the window of the guard that was looking out?
6 feet away.
You hear a psst, psst coming from your stone.
That one's better.
Oh, from my stone, I pick it up and say hello.
Hey, it's Potter. You could just get back. I have an idea. Just get back here.
I ask him if do I need the slime?
No, leave this. Just leave this slime. Well,
All right.
well, yeah, okay, yeah. I have. You don't need to like knock on the door or anything. I've got an idea.
All right. I sneak back
Okay,
towards
we'll let
the
you
wall.
use the same stealth roll.
All right.
And do you spider climb just on up over the gate?
Yeah.
And you coordinate with your brother when there's no traffic on the street and hop back over. You're both on the outside of the gate.
Okay. Looking through the gate, I have pulled out the scroll of minor illusion, and at the volume of a yell, which is I believe the loudest sound I can create, I make just the wettest sounding fart noise. right,
Somebody,
right by the
somebody,
right by the
did somebody
front
get
door.
did somebody get a thaumaturgy cantrip?
Yeah, I got one.
What's that do?
It will make your voice 3 times as loud as it normally is for
A minute.
a minute.
Or you can cause there to be like ominous whispers of something or another. So if you want it there to be like these disembodied whispers, like whispering a small phrase or something, you could do that.
Yes.
You make your voice
Or
boom.
just 3 times as loud a fart noise.
Wait, so how are you making the fart noise? What were you
He's
using?
using
I have a
minor
s-
illusion.
I have a scroll of minor illusion that I just bought.
He does. He does.
So do we want to make the fart noise, or do we want to have whispers saying fart tracker over and over again?
You do
Por
both.
que no los dos, my
Because here's the
amigo?
thing. Here's the thing. That you can create the sound to start 30 feet away, so it is a massive, loud noise starting right at the door.
Yeah. It's basically a fart the volume of a yell.
Yes.
Emanating from the slime on their front doorstep.
From the slime on the front.
Okay, then I'll make ominous whispers
Okay.
of fart tracker.
Okay. So that this massive booming fart just immediately you see the guard who was at the window dart to the door and just like fly open sword at the hand, and he looks down and there's the slime coming towards him trying to get in house. He's like, what the hell? And then there's fart tracker. And he's just utterly baffled, and you see him yelling inside for like backup, and another guard like shows up and they start like one just sort of squashes like is like shooing the slime back outside, and the other one sort of like patrolling around, and there's just utter confusion, and it's a hilarious scene where these 2 guards who are like well-dressed professional guards having to fend off this slime as this giant fart noise continues to go off. And
It lasts for 1 minute.
It does indeed. As do the whispers.
Oh my goodness! All
And
right,
so just let your imagination run wild. These 2 guards just still trying to like this slime is like leaving nasty goo all over the front step, and there's this big fart noise and fart tracker, which you guys know is not the correct pronunciation, but to you guys this is how it should be pronounced nowadays.
Too bad I didn't buy more of these things. I could have made harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute as well.
Okay, and the guard rolls a 3 on his dexterity check. He slips on the slime and falls on top of it and squishes it, and he's just lying there covered in slime.
Oh man.
As the fart noise is still going off, and fart tracker.
All right.
I need the 2 of you to roll wisdom saving throws to keep from bursting out laughing.
Wisdom saving throws.
Part
I'm
of
not
me
the
hopes I
wisest.
fail this, but
You can choose to fail wisdom. You can choose to fail a throw. Well, the DC was 14. You both got 7s. The 2 of you are busting a gut out on the front stoop, just outside the gate, and just it's your tears are rolling down your faces, and it's just so great that the guards finally like catch on, hey, and start running. The one who didn't fall on the slime and squish it and kill it with his butt. The other one runs to see who it is at the gate.
I'm out of there.
Okay, the
I'm
2 of you
running.
cheese it. The 2 of you cheese it, still giggling at the image.
That was great.
That was brilliant. The DM is very happy that he gave you things.
Me too.
So, with that, you make your way back to your abode at D6. I guess the others who are staying at the Tough Kid Inn head there. and you sort of agree to meet up at dawn at the Tough Kid Inn with Sildar. And I think that's where we'll call it for the week,
Sounds
for
good.
the night.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. Good
That
times.
was really good.
Sweet.
Gentlemen,
That's double 20 or
that
something.
was fun.
Yeah, those. Oh man,
Oh.
that link fail. Those
Yeah,
those
fuck.
double crits. Oh man.
That was awesome.
Yep.
Ooh.
This was like, okay, there's like some stuff they can buy. There's sort of the fun role playing with McSqueedle, but then there's not really much content. And then it ended up brilliant. So that was some fun times. I'm gonna give everybody 500 experience for just being awesome tonight.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that's all role playing experience. So the other group doesn't get half.
Oh man.
Ooh. Pulling ahead.
I'm like 600 away.
500. So that's a 7 now. I am about 1250 away.
I'm 658 away.
I'm 1,023 away.
Nice.
Getting there. Sweet. Alright. Well, it was fun, gentlemen.
Yes,
That's
it
good.
was.
Very good.
Are we doing every other week?
I
Or-
think that's the plan. So
Okay.
that we're headed on sort of the actual meat of the journey with Sildar. So I've got some stuff to plan out.
Cool.
So
Good stuff.
tentatively the 11th, I guess. For the next
Good.
one.
Looking forward to stuff.
Yeah.
Forward to stuff.
Yeah, should be good. I'm
And
excited.
I'll reach out to the others, and they'll have the opportunity to essentially purchase what you guys didn't, and the same thing with the spell scrolls if they're interested.
Cool.